Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. So, on this channel, we've been talking about that the revelation of Rebecca being the bride of Christ, and the revelation of Miriam from Magdala would be the multitude of the Rebeccas to come in, right? Because Mary or Miriam means their rebellion. And now that our matriarchs are upon us and in our lives and all that kind of stuff, we know personal things about their lives, and we could see things like Genesis 24, unlike never perceived before. I think people already understand that. So, the point of this video is we're seeing Rebecca's lineage, and I apologize. I'm not able to do this the way I would want to. I can't change colors. I added the meaning of the names in brackets in the verse, and usually I would change the color so it's easier to decipher, but it's all the same mumble jumble mess. I have what I have because of the hacking of the enemy. So when we study Genesis 24:15, number one, we see two very important things. But the main thing why I'm doing this video is that we see that revelation that Miriam of Magdala is the multitude of the Rebeccas. Okay, so right off the bat, before we even get into that, we should notice something that confirms the word of the Lord. And it came to pass before Abraham's servant was done speaking. He was speaking of the destiny of Rebecca being the bride of Christ. That behold, Rebecca came out and was born. That Rebecca came out. So this is the ha of the Lord. The time shifting, the quantum shifts, that if you could discern that in the Betty Boop cartoon, Red Hot Mama, it's the same thing. How God is going to confound the wicked. It's right here. And it came to pass before Abraham's servant was done speaking about her destiny that she came out. So look out, man. This stuff is going to hit you like a baseball bat. So, okay, so now that that's covered, let's talk about the lineage of Rebecca, because there's something very peculiar here. That Rebecca's grandmother, Milcah, is mentioned, and that's not typical in the scriptures that the females are mentioned in lineage, but there's a reason. And we know Rebecca's background, incest and sexual trauma from her father, maybe even her brother Laban, who we also read of in the Book of Mormon. So let's see. That behold, Rebecca, who is the ensnarer, came out, was born to Bethuel. Now Bethuel is man of God. Remember the male and femaleness, right? Maleness is above, femaleness is our sin nature below. So Bethuel is supposed to be a man of God, but it also means God destroys. And we know that in Rebecca's personal life, there was sexual trauma between her and her father. So that's interesting. And now this is where it gets amazing, is that now it mentions that Bethuel is the son of Milcah, the wife, right? Now the female is mentioned. Why? Because already Bethuel's name is man of God, but it also means God destroys. So it switches track, because Milcah means a queen, so it mentions the female side, the wife of Nahor, snorting. Now snorting also means unforgiveness. When God's snorting out of his nostrils, like when you snort, it's like I can't stand you, I unforgive you. It's battle. You're coming into battle and you're snorting, and like in battle and unforgiveness. That's what snorting means. And our nose is a image in the scriptures of what's right or wrong. So when God snorts, it's just like battle, unrelenting unforgiveness. When you snort at somebody, that's how you feel about them. Okay, so it turns to the female, to Milcah, because, well, I know this is hard for me to explain, but if you minus Milcah out of this, man of God, God destroys, and that would be, he would be the son of Nahor, snorting. So we could see how the sexual trauma is in there if Milcah wasn't equated into this equation. But Milcah is equated into this equation because it means the opposite. She is a queen, right, of royalty, the wife of snorting. So it turns around on them. So that royalty will be the unforgiveness and the battle, right? So that's really amazing. And of course, Nahor is Abraham, who is a father or a chief of a multitude, his brother. So that's where we see Mary of Magdala, the daughter of Zion, to bring in the church. The Tower of Magdala, to bring in the church. Quite astounding. It's just amazing that this stuff is only being unsealed now in our time. And we see that, with her pitcher upon her shoulder. That is the Tower of Magdala to bring in the church. Now, the son of... Now, Milcah being a female, I didn't meditate on that. Being a queen, the female, the wife of snorting. I don't know. But that means something. I have to meditate on that. I don't want to waste your time while we're recording. But it's amazing what we could decipher in this scripture alone. It's absolutely amazing. So, I invite you to meditate on this and check it out. So, Allah bless you. Thank you for tuning in.
What is there to do? She said. He said, come on, baby, and I'll show you good time. And so they went down to one of those cheap motels, and they got all gushy and wet. Well, I said,
Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo.